Hi ladies, today is going to be all about my e.l.f. favorites. eyeslipsface, if you don't know, you probably do. Everybody talks about it, and I've done a couple of hauls and stuff like that before, which I'll link below. But I wanted to do like my absolute favorites, and I'm not talking like, you know, the common, oh these are my favorite e.l.f. items, you know, the HD setting powder and the contouring blush and bronzer. I'm not going to do those. I'm not going to touch on those. I'm going to talk about some of the other things that they carry. So eyeslipsface, just in case you're not aware of the brand, is eyeslipsface.com, or you can find it in Target, some Walmarts, and some Walgreens, I've heard. I have never seen it there, but I've heard you can find it there. You can also check Dollar Tree. Sometimes they'll have stuff there. So basically they have a couple of different lines. They have the Essentials line, which is usually $1, the Studio line, which ranges from $3 to $6, and a couple of items that are $8, and then the Mineral line, which range between like, I want to say like $3 and $10. And then they also do brushes and tools and nail polish. So, and those are all, you know, between like $1 and $5 or $6. There's a couple of brushes that are $10 each, but they're kind of newer, and a lot of the time e.l.f. goes half off or 40% off. So I like to wait to order for the sales. Sometimes they have buy one get one free, or buy one get one half off, or 50% off like on Black Friday, and then usually on like Memorial Day, I want to say, somewhere around May, June, they do another 50% off sale. They just did the 40% off President's Day sale yesterday, so I ordered about $60 worth of stuff, which came out to be, which was, yeah, 40% off. So I ordered $60-ish, and it came out to like $35-ish. So you'll be seeing a haul in a little bit, but I didn't want to include any of those in this because I haven't tried them out. These are things that I actually use most days, and my entire face is all e.l.f. today, minus mascara. That was the only thing that I don't have from e.l.f. I ordered some, but I don't have any yet. So I'm going to do it in two parts. I'm going to do the Essentials and the Studio line. So let's start with the Essentials. This is the e.l.f. waterproof eyeliner pen, and it is like this. It's a little felt tip pen, and I love this. It is super duper black. It's not very waterproof, but it is amazing, and I think this goes for $2 instead of $1, but pretty much still $1 and super cheap and really black. Then e.l.f. smudge pots. These are pretty new. I want to say these launched in about fall or maybe last summer. And this is Ain't That Sweet. It's like the pinky shade, and I just love this color, and they are great as bases or worn alone. They have, I think, like 6 or 7 different colors, maybe more by now, I'm not sure, but I love the light ones, but I also really like the I think it's called brownie or something like that. There's like a dark brown and a really dark navy that's also great. Kind of a weird favorite, but this is the eyebrow stencil kit, and it has a soft arch, a structured arch, a curved arch, and a full arch. And they're just little stencils, so you can try on different like styles of eyebrows with like a cream eyebrow product. It's interesting though, because like some of them looked really good on me and some of them definitely did not. So I don't know, it was just an interesting thing, and they're $1. I think they sell these at Target as well. This is the Essential little compact here, and they have individual eyeshadows that just pop right out, but they do come with a little magnet. Like this one is Golden Glow, and I love this color. And this one is Pink Ice. Brown one is Driftwood, and the black is Dusk. These are super amazing, but they don't have any matte shades, so these are only shimmer shades. But I love these. They're a little bit powdery, but with a base they're perfect. And the little case is only $1 too, and I've heard other makeup brand singles fit in them. I don't know. I don't own any other singles, so. Then I have 3 brush favorites from e.l.f. This is their professional foundation brush, and I actually use this to apply face masks and then just wash it right afterwards so it doesn't cake in there. But it's super amazing for getting like an even layer, and they're only $1. You can find these everywhere, or 50 cents when they're on sale. So I just like to stock up on these and have them around, because face masks apply so much nicer with brushes than just with your hands. Then I have a little spoolie brush for $1. It's just basic spoolie brush, but it's so cheap. I mean, I think I was looking at Maybelline one the other day, and it was like $7 or $8, and I was like, no, no. Then last are these little blending crease brushes. There is something called the crease brush, which is different than the blending brush. So this is the blending brush. It's just a little bit looser of a brush. The other one's a little bit more compact. But these are fantastic for getting us right there in the crease and being able to blend if you have kind of smaller eyes. Some of the other blending brushes I've seen are huge, and they would seriously go from like my crease all the way up to there if I had tried to use them. So these are great, and they're only $1, and I think I have 6 or 7 of them now, so that there's always a couple of clean ones around, and it only cost me a couple dollars to stock up on them. So that was the essentials. Now I want to talk about the Studio, and there's a couple of things that aren't actually part of the Studio line. Like this is the mineral line, but I'm just going to lump them all together in here. So since this is already in my hand, this is the e.l.f. Mineral Face Primer, and I am in love with this. It's a silicone-based clear primer that just looks really natural. Like you put it on and you can just wear it alone, or you could wear it with makeup over the top. It's a great primer, but it also just helps to like blur your pores and things. I did just order the one with SPF in it, which I think will be interesting to see, because there's one thing that I know for sure is I do not put enough sunscreen on my face, and it's really hard to find a sunscreen that doesn't break me out. So I'm hoping I can get at least 20 SPF and then whatever's in my foundation in this without it making me break out. But this one is absolutely amazing. It's $6, so it's more pricey than the other ones, but if you wait until it's on sale, then it's cheap. And $6 is cheap anyway for a primer. This is, I don't know how big. It doesn't have it listed how big. The only annoying thing is you can't tell how much you've used, so I have no idea if I'm about to be out of this or if I still have like half the bottle left. And I've got a couple of concealers I wanted to talk about. I've tried a couple more, but this is only about my favorites. So these are the Maximum Coverage Concealer Oil Free. These are $3 each. I have them in porcelain and sand. Porcelain fits me most of the time. Sand fits me in the summer. Sand is a little bit yellow, a little bit yellower orangey. Porcelain is very white. Okay, so porcelain is the one next to the black, and then sand is the next one. And you can see there's a little bit, this one, sand is just a little bit more like yellowy orange, and this one is just more of a pale, pale color. I'm really pale during the winter especially, so it's just nice to find a concealer that works, that is light enough for me. And also I used this as a foundation today, just on the parts of my face where it needed coverage. But I love the finish of it, and I love using this as a foundation. I know somebody on YouTube, I was watching their video, said they did too, and that's what gave me the idea. The other concealers that I love are the e.l.f. HD Lifting Concealers. These are $3. They have them in 4 different colors, and then 4 different shades, and then yellow, green, and purple, lilac. I love the yellow one the most, so I'm including that in here, but I have tried all the other ones, except for green. I'm waiting for that one to come in my package, but this is the yellow HD Lifting Concealer, and it's amazing for under your eyes. It's pretty yellow. Just for comparison, I will show you the purple, because I have it right here. And then, why not, since I'm right here and I have all my e.l.f. stuff gathered in front of me, this is the swatch of the fairest shade called Fair. And as you can see, it's considerably darker than the porcelain, which I'll put down below. So this is the yellow, the lilac, Fair, and then down here for comparison is the porcelain shade of this. So you can see the difference between their lightest colors really differ in what product you're buying. So it's kind of hit or miss if your shade is going to match. I ordered a couple of their other foundations to see if they'll match my skin, but I have a feeling they won't, but we'll see. Next is the e.l.f. Tone Correcting Powder. This is $3, and it's got 4 different colors. You can see I've hit major pan on this because I love this powder. It is extremely white, pale shade, so if you don't have very pale skin, this might not work for you. But I like to just swirl my brush in there, tap it off, and set my under eye or anywhere else really with it. I think it has a really beautiful finish, and You know, before I got the yellow under eye concealer, or the yellow concealer, I would just take a small brush and just go straight into the yellow and put that under my eyes for kind of that banana powdery yellow under eye look. I'm sure that you guys have heard about this before because so many people talk about this as their favorite. Then I have the e.l.f. cream eyeliner. There is 4 or 5 different colors of these, but I always just get the black. The only problem I have with this is that it dries out really fast. I feel like they should have a rubber seal on the inside to actually keep the air out, because as soon as you open this, you've got, I'm just going to be generous and say you've got about a month and a half to use the entire pot, which is really frustrating because unless you do a winged eyeliner or a really bold eyeliner look every day, you're going to run out of this it's going to dry out before you can even put a nice sized dent in it. So I've been trying to use this as much as I can. I usually apply it with their small angled brush, which is another one of my favorites. This is a perfect size small angled brush. These are $3 brushes and I need to order like 7 or 8 more of them because I love them so much. So this is super duper black though. Let me see if I can just... So I'm just going to swatch this using the angled brush next to that other black one. And you can see this one right here is the gel. It's much blacker than the other. And it's all really, really creamy formula. I find that it stays all day on my eyes. Next, which everyone mentions the blushes, but I had to put them in here because they're so good. This is Pink Passion, which is a dupe for a Bobbi Brown blush. This one is, God, I don't know, the sticker fell off. I think this is Tickled Pink or Tickle Pink. It's the one without the shimmer. It's a matte blush, and as you can see, I've hit some major pan on it. I wear this most days. I love this brush. And the last one I have is Mellow Mauve, which is a dupe for something, I don't remember what. I'll link my blog post below on the e.l.f. Blush Dupes. But this one has like a really pretty sheen to it. I don't know if you'll be able to see it at all. I doubt you can. When you have it on your face, it's just a very subtle glow, very, very, very subtle glow that just makes you look so alive and flushed, and I'm in love with the shade. Now the staying powder on these is a little iffy. Some of the shades you can get away with just applying once through the day, some of them you need to bring it with you. Kind of depends if you layer them as well. If you use like a cream and then set it with a blush like this, it lasts a lot longer. Like if you used one of their little HD blushes and then put this over it, it would stay a lot longer than just this on it by itself, but just saying, they don't last the longest, but for $3, I mean, come on. And then in very similar packaging is the e.l.f. eyebrow kit. I have it in Ash and in Light. Light is so much darker than Ash, so when I was on the website a while ago, I ordered the lightest shade, so I thought, because it said light, medium, dark Ash, and I didn't even think about it because I wasn't looking at the dark end of the spectrum. I just went for the lightest shade, clicked on it, and ordered it. So it came, and it's pretty darn dark comparatively to Ash, which I finally was on the website looking because I was like, this can't be light. And yeah, okay, so there's the side by side. This one is Ash, and this one is Light. So there's a pretty big difference. I like to use the gel side more, but the powders I've been slowly getting into. And I just use the little brush that comes in there. I have 2 lipstick favorites. This is the mineral lipstick line, and I wear this almost every day. I've actually almost worn out of it, and I'm going to actually swatch it on this hand here. So this is Rich Raspberry, which is a dupe for something. I'll link it below. And I am absolutely in love with the shade. It's like My Lips But Better for me. It lasts probably 4 or 5 hours on me, and I just think they are the perfect... They're not quite matte, but they're not super glossy either. I'd say they're a satin, and oh my god, they're amazing. And then the other one is, my other favorite is the matte lip colors. This is the red one called Rich Raspberry, and it's a dupe, pretty much a dead-on dupe for MAC Ruby Red. Ruby Woo, sorry, Ruby Woo, and I love it. That's what's on my lips right now. And yeah, these are seriously some of my absolute favorite lipsticks in the entire world. These ones, though, I would warn you to look up some swatches of the colors before you buy them, because I ordered one of the lighter colors and it came and it was so much darker than it looked on the website. And praline was so much browner than I was expecting it to be, so just look up some swatches on those. They did come out with 3 new colors of this, which I haven't gotten yet because they're only available online, and these are the $3 ones. And then the last thing I'm going to talk about are a couple of their studio brushes. I bought the 11-piece studio brush set, and it came in a nice little black envelope with all the little brush slots, and I got that in a 50% off sale, so it was $15 for 11 brushes instead of $3 each. You can just keep your eye out because it's usually $45 and it's always on sale for $30, but sometimes it'll drop below that, or you can use it with a 40% off or 50% off sale. I think I'm going to actually invest in a couple more sets of them because I love all the brushes so much. So this is the e.l.f. complexion brush, and this is what I like to use for loose powders to set my foundation, and it is absolutely amazing. It's pretty big, and it's kind of a paddle shaped, and it's just so good for like pressing in a powder instead of just like buffing it in. You just press in and it's so good. Next are their blush brushes. I have never had a blush brush that is this small. Okay, so my camera shut me off somewhere around the blush brush, so I'm just going to repeat what I said about the blush brush, and I'm sorry if, sorry if I repeat myself. So I love this brush. This is $3, like I think I said, and it is just amazing. I have always had pretty big blush brushes before, like the Eco Tools one is much larger, and I've just always used bigger blush brushes because that's just what was available, and it wasn't until this one that I found that it's just perfect because I have a pretty small face and it just gets right where I want it and not anywhere else. So this has been a serious game changer for me, and I need to order more of them. I have 2 right now and I need to order more. And then the last brush I want to talk about is the e.l.f. small stipple brush, which I know everyone also talks about, but it's worth the hype. If you don't have one of these, you should pick one up. It's really good for like cream contours and setting under your eye. It's great for the e.l.f. HD blushes or any sort of blush like that. You can put it on your hand or on like a mixing palette and stipple it on, and then just stipple it on. And it's great because it's not so big. I don't have my normal size stippling brush out here for whatever reason, but you know, it's pretty much about the size of their powder brush, so that you can see the size difference between them. It's pretty close in size to this, the bigger one. So having a small one that is gonna, see, I'll show you the difference. So having a small one is super handy. And that's it. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you are an e.l.f. fan as well, please leave me a comment with your, let's say, your top 3 favorite items from e.l.f. because I'm always looking to try new things from e.l.f. and e.l.f.'s website is just amazing. Like their online store, I have no idea. I don't even think they know how many products they have. Anyways, so I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you soon. Bye. Also, really fast, I wanted to add, if you want to see my entire e.l.f. collection, like an actual video where I talk about, or not really talk about, but show you what I have and maybe like some mini reviews, let me know, because I have this much already and I have another entire, you know, $60 worth of it coming like literally today. It shipped today, so it'll be here in a couple days. So if you want me to do a collection, I can do that as well. Alright, this is really a goodbye this time. Bye!